the Rotokare Sanctuary is made up of the Rotokare Scenic Reserve. The Rotokare Scenic Reserve Trust was formed in 2004 out of concern for the declining state of the health of this piece of forest due to the impacts of introduced mammalian predators, but also out of concern for retaining recreation values at the site. The site has been really important as a recreation site for our community for over 100 years. Fast forward a few years, 8.2 kilometre fence was constructed around the outside of the reserve, so containing the 230 hectares of scenic reserve, but also 17 hectares of land that has been gifted to us by our neighbours. After the construction of the fence, the eradication of the 12 mammalian predators that were found within was declared successful in 2009, and allowing other things to flourish and thrive at the site. The Halo Project has created some safe spaces for our native wildlife to disperse out of the reserve. So some of our species that have recovered at the site can now spew out into the surrounding landscape for all of our community to enjoy. Pārtiki are an incredibly threatened waterfowl. They're a unique endemic duck that is found only in New Zealand. From 2019, Pārtiki began to be released here at Rotokare, and pretty soon after that they were already making their way into the Halo landscape. So Eco Corridors, like the Halo Project, by creating these spaces to allow them to move safely between areas where there is pest management, we're improving their chances of success, that they can continue to spread out into the surrounding area.
So working on the Halo Project means working with 17 different landowners. Relationships with these landowners are super important. Without access to the land, the survival of any of the spillover won't happen. Farmers can help by checking some traps, or even just notifying me if they see a feral cat or a mustelid around, and I can go and check those traps nearby or deploy more traps in that area.
Our dream for the Halo Project is to be able to share and to grow what is happening within the sanctuary space itself, and it's already happening. We're already starting to see some of the species that are present in the reserve, that have recovered in the reserve, that are now able to move into the surrounding landscape, and for our community to be able to enjoy some of these wonderful species that we would have lived alongside with once upon a time, and we can now start to live alongside again.